So today I'm going to be unboxing some new LED auxiliary lights for my motorbike. At the minute I've got some spotlights on there, but they have got some water into one of them and it's died. So this time I've spent slightly more money, not lots, on what look like some high quality ones. So let's have a look and see what they're like. They are a generic Chinese brand. They are in the style of, I think they're very similar to the ones that come on the BMW GS's. So let's have a look what's in the box. So inside the box we have got a wiring loom. I'll show you this in more detail in a second. Two mounts. These are going to hook onto a bar. So to make these fit with these mounts, you're going to need crash bars or something like that on there. Some of the previous lights I've had have just had a bolting point, and you could use like a flat plate. These attach to a bar if you're using these attachments. Bag of fasteners to go with them, and then the lights themselves. Hang on, we've got some rock guards for the lenses, and then the lights themselves. These light units actually feel pretty heavy duty. That's, I think, aluminium, solid aluminium body. Feels like glass lens on the front, and then there's just a plastic cover over it. Don't think I'm going to be able to get that to focus. No. But on the lens there's a marking to say E9, so I think that means it's approved for use in Europe, and it looks like there's 4 COB LEDs inside that. Also attached to the end there's super seal connectors and a pigtail, super seal pigtail connector here. And there's 2 of them. One obvious admission is there's no instructions. That's okay. I can work these out, and then in another video I'll do a guide on how to fit them. Now I'm going to have a quick look at the components on there. So first up we've got the wiring loom. I was quite surprised actually, this looks fairly comprehensive, which is useful. You've got this end that goes to your battery, negative terminal, positive terminal which is going via a fuse. Always have the fuse in line. That's a decent length to split. This part here would go up to, say, your handlebars, and there's an illuminated switch. The only thing to be careful of is on mine, the little tab, can't see it very well, the little tab here looks fairly poor and could easily snap. As it happens, I'm not using this setup, but it looks pretty good. And then you've got 2 more lengths that would then go off to the individual lights. And again, it looks pretty good with super seal connectors, plenty of heat shrink. All in all, that's very good. I suspect I will use this at some other point for another project. Then we've got the mounts. So as I said earlier, these are the mounts for going onto something like engine bars. Let me just take it apart. So you need an Allen key in the top. Just be careful because there's a nut. The nut sits inside there. So when you undo it, it'll take it off. You do need to take that off. You need to take this off, take that off so you can open it up. There are some plastic, something else for me to drop. Some plastic inserts that would suit different bar diameters. So that would go on there, and then you'd clamp that onto your bars. On the ends there, I don't know whether you can see it very well, it's kind of knurled, so you can have it, you can get the angle as you want it, and then when you tighten this up, that'll hold that all in. This little bracket here, which was at the bottom, that's got two holes that correspond to threaded holes on there. Let me just get a couple of fasteners out and I'll show you that. Okay, so first problem I've come across is when I came to put the rock guards on. Now personally I don't think I'm going to use them, but I thought I'd try and find out. On the light proper, there's two indents there. On the mount there are two indents, protrusions that match up perfectly. So that's on, and that lines up really well. But that surface there is kind of curved over there, and the mount sits in it. There's no room in there for the rock guard to go. So the rock guard has to fit on here like that. But it doesn't fit where the indents are, because it's just a plain bit there. It also sticks up in the air. So I had to go and put it on this one. And let me try and zoom in a bit. It ended up having to bend that top plate. Also, it's got some mounting holes here and here. There's no holes on the light for that to go on. Now, to be fair, it feels reasonably sturdy now it's on, but it feels a lot like an afterthought or a part made for another light that they've just included in the kit. As I say, I personally don't think I need them, so I'm going to take them off for now. So, with the bracket like this, you actually have to take the mount off to attach it to the light. And you'll see that although there's a number of washers, there's only one size that will fit the bigger bolts, the others are for the smaller bolts. I also found that these washers are very slightly too big for the plastic there, although when you tighten it right down it squeezes it into the plastic, so it's not the end of the world. It's just a case of use the Allen key, or get them started and then use the Allen key, and then they're fitted like that. With the brackets mounted on the lights, you need the rest of it in pieces so that you can take that bolt out, so that you can open that up to put it around your crash bars. So join me in the next part and where I'll show you the installation of these on my bike.